my composition Scootles arrived from Niagara Falls, Ontario, Canada, her visible issues were a deep crater in her right palm, lines of crazing on the right arm, and the separation of a seam on the right side of her face. There was also lifted composition near the left great toe that I did not photograph, but the repair is illustrated in this video. Scootles also needed shoes. I used several layers of Mod Podge to fill in the craters and cracks and allowed each layer to dry before applying the next. After these areas dried, the palm and the arm crazes, the facial seam, and the toe, with a paintbrush, I applied black opal Truly Topaz makeup that matches the doll's brown complexion. These areas were sealed with Mr. Super Clear Sealant, which was applied with a makeup sponge. Next, I made a pair of sandals using cork, felt, ribbon, braiding cord, glue, and Mod Podge. Each foot was traced onto cardstock paper to create a template. The template was used to trace the cork sole and the felt insole for each sandal. Heels for the sandals were created by tracing the heel area of the cork sole onto another piece of cork. After all pieces were cut out, the felt insole was glued to the cork sole. A satin ribbon was wrapped around Scootles' forefoot to measure for a strap. The ends were glued together, and after drying, the bottom of the strap was glued to the insole and allowed to dry. Next, I cut 2 ribbon strips to equal the length of the felt insole and extend to the back of Scootles' foot, up to the back of the ankle, allowing enough length to fold the top ends of the ribbon under to create a tab to thread in ankle straps. I used Mod Podge to stiffen these 2 ribbon strips and allowed these to hang dry. Each ribbon strip was glued to the insole of each sandal and allowed to dry. After these dried, 1/4 inch of the top ends were turned under and stitched in place, leaving a gap for an ankle strap to be threaded through. I measured the necessary amount of doubled braiding cord for each sandal to connect the forefoot ribbon straps to the back ribbon straps. The braiding cord was folded in half to create a loop at one end. I slid the loop underneath the forefoot ribbon, placed the 2 loose cords into the loop, and pulled each cord to tighten the loop around the ribbon strap. Finally, the ends of the cords were threaded through the back ribbon tabs. With the sandals on the doll's feet, the cords were wrapped around each ankle twice and tied in a side bow. This is how the soles of the sandals with the attached heels look. And here Scootles is, repaired, wearing her new sandals, ready for display.